I couldn't believe it when she told me this. This is Jocie on our team, that she's never taken pre-workout before. She's been a nutrition coach for over a decade, and it's one of those things where I thought everyone in this space has taken this stuff. She's documented the entire experience of taking pre-workout as a nutrition coach for the first time, and she's gonna share that with you in this video.
Hey there everyone, Coach Jocie here, and yes, as Mark said, I have never tried pre-workout in my life, and today I tried it for the first time, and I wanted to let you know how it went. So to start, let's talk about why I've never tried pre-workout. First of all, I am just not that big of a supplement girly. I will do some protein supplements here and there if I need it, but I never really got into taking creatine, pre-workouts, other vitamins, supplements like that. I'm pretty basic and minimal just with my protein supplements, and I never tried pre-workout, and I thought it would be interesting to see what it is like. The second reason I have never tried pre-workout and I've kind of actively stayed away from it during my life is I am probably the poster person of someone who should not take pre-workout. I have anxiety, I am prone to panic attacks, and kind of just have an anxious energy overall. So I was always told to kind of stay away from it and not really mess with it too much just because it could heighten those anxiety symptoms. But that's exactly why I wanted to try it, because I thought this would make an interesting video. So I went ahead, I got some pre-workout. This is one that Mark actually recommended to me, and he's reviewed this in another video. We'll put it right up here if you want to check it out. This is the Rise Loaded Pre. Fancy. This is the Ring Pop, Cherry Ring Pop version. And let's go over just a couple of the nutrition facts really quick, and I'll talk a little bit more about the other ingredients later. But this one scoop has 390 milligrams of caffeine in it. And for context, I looked it up. A cup of coffee, which I usually have 2 cups of coffee a day, 1 to 2, has about 95 milligrams of caffeine in it. So we're talking 4 times as much caffeine than a normal coffee. So when I saw that, I was a little nervous, but Mark had told me to take half a scoop and see how it goes. So here's a little footage of me trying it for the first time and my review of the flavor of this pre-workout as well. So I'm about to go to the gym and I'm going to take it. So I've got the water, I've got the powder, and we're gonna take it. First sip, here we go. That is so good. That is so delicious. And that's only half the serving in it. It's still really good. And I might have put too much water in it too. Very good. I like it so far. I will update you after the workout. This could be expediting a downhill process or an uphill process. So I will see you soon. So that was my first impression. Honestly, it's really good. This stuff, if you've never tried it, I don't know much about pre-workout, but for the first time, I could see why people like it. It's very tasty. But let's talk about my experience. Now, if you're somebody who's pre-workout before, you might laugh at this because I was experiencing it all for the first time. I took half of the scoop, so that was about 200 milligrams of caffeine. And immediately afterwards, my hypochondriac kicked in and I Googled the normal caffeine amounts in different energy drinks, coffee. So I think Red Bull, a 12-ounce can, has about 111 milligrams of caffeine. And I can comfortably drink like a Red Bull and a coffee and feel okay. So when I saw that I had just consumed twice the amount of a 12-ounce Red Bull, I was a little like, okay, we're strapping in because we gotta do this. We gotta do this for YouTube. So we're on our way to the gym, and I had no idea this was a thing. My conceptions going in was that I would probably get a little anxious, jittery, my heart might be beating. I'm assessing what my placebos in this experience are gonna be. But the one thing that was really interesting is I started getting really itchy ears and like my hands were really itchy and like my legs were kind of tingly. And I've never experienced that before. I never even assumed that would be something that could happen, and I Googled it because, you know, I had to. And apparently this is a common side effect with beta-alanine, which is something that is in this pre-workout. I don't think I've ever consciously taken beta-alanine before, but apparently this can happen, and it did go away pretty quickly after it started. So then I'm working out. I did a push day today, and I warmed up on the treadmill for about 20 minutes. At first, I was still a little anxious. Like I was just kind of anticipating what I was gonna feel. But honestly, once I started going, put my Chapel Roan and my Sabrina Carpenter in, I was locked in. Like I was focusing. I naturally just wanted to go faster and go harder in my workout. I did the treadmill walk much faster than I do normally. And then when I went to do my weights, I felt very focused. I was able to push myself a little bit harder than usual just because I had more energy. Typically before a workout, I drink just a cup of black coffee, if that. So usually I'm pretty sluggish when I'm working out, and it takes me a bit longer to get into the flow of things. I have to do more of a warm-up period, warm-up sets before lifting and stuff. And I still did some warm-up sets, but I didn't have to do it nearly as long. I was feeling more connected to my muscles, so I could definitely see the focus intensifying as I was working out. My energy was obviously, she was up there. And once I, just got over the I took pre-workout, I'm scared. I was able to really start focusing and see the benefits of it. I think a really good experience. It's been a couple hours since I took it and a couple hours since the actual workout, and I feel totally fine. I feel great, to be honest. Got a good workout in, I feel accomplished. I probably won't drink another cup of coffee until later in the day. I kind of get that energy dip around 3 p.m. So I'll probably do that later, but I would say first time taking pre-workout was a success. Now, with that being said, if you have never tried pre-workout before, or you are somebody who's anxiety prone like me, taking the half a serving or even a quarter of the serving to start is a good idea. Just get familiar with what it feels like. I'm not gonna lie to you, as somebody with anxiety, going into crowded gym with my ears itching and my hands tingling, at first I was like, what happened? What's gonna happen? But it all subsided. So I would recommend, if you've never tried it before and you are interested in getting more of that focus and more energy during your workouts, especially if you're working out early in the morning and coffee just kind of isn't doing it anymore, try a quarter scoop, try a half scoop, see how it feels. There's no reason you have to take the full scoop. There are no rules here, right? You could totally do that. But let's quickly talk about some of the other ingredients that are in this specific pre-workout and that I think are in a lot of more of these loaded pre-workouts, and actually how they can help your workout performance as well. It has a couple ingredients that are actually also going to help you with your workout performance as well. So the first compound that we have here, listen to me, compound like I'm a scientist, is L-citrulline, and this is supposed to help with nitrous oxide production, which is going to increase blood flow, reduce fatigue, and improve exercise performance. Now, according to studies, the dose that's usually used is about 6,000 to 8,000 milligrams. This serving, the full scoop serving, I should say, has about 4,500 milligrams. So I took half of that. I don't know how much nitrous oxide increased production was happening in my blood, but it is in there, and so that's a good one. The other one is, like I talked about, beta-alanine, and this is going to help buffer lactic acid buildup during intense exercise, which is going to delay fatigue and improve endurance, which I do think I was feeling that improved endurance during my workouts. When I was doing my chest flies, I could really feel like I could go a lot longer than I typically could, but that could also be I had more energy, so I'm not quite sure. And again, a dose of 3,200 to 6,400 milligrams is recommended. In one scoop, there's 3,500. I took half of that. So how much of this I was feeling, I don't know, but I was getting itchy ears and hands. Could have been placebo, but I did not know that was going to even happen. Of course, there's caffeine in it. As we said, there's about 250 milligrams of just caffeine, but then there's also a delayed release caffeine with 100 milligrams. And this is just supposed to provide you more sustained energy, opposed to you go up really quick and then you have that caffeine crash that we're all kind of familiar with if you drink coffee or anything like that. And then probably one of the most notable ingredients in here is L-theanine. I hope I pronounced that right. But I know that they add these to a lot of pre-workouts because it promotes relaxation without sedation, which is supposed to balance the kind of stimulating effect of caffeine as you're taking it. So it's like they're giving you a ton of caffeine, but then they're also putting in this other compound that's supposed to kind of dull the effects, the jitteriness, the anxiousness. So I don't know if that affected me, but it's interesting that they put it in there. And then this one also has some electrolytes in it. So it has sodium, potassium, and some other electrolytes that are just gonna help you stay better hydrated. So of course that's gonna help you in your workout. So overall, after checking out the ingredients, I do think this really did help me with my workout. And I do think now that I've experienced once and I feel like I've got kind of the hang of it, I will continue putting pre-workout into my routine. Maybe not the full scoop, but I'll start with a half scoop every once in a while because I really do feel like it improved my performance. It made waking up a lot easier, and this stuff tastes super, super, super good. So that alone is kind of like a fun pre-workout treat. So that was my first experience taking pre-workout. Yay, editors, let's put in some applause for me. I was brave, I did it. And if you guys have a favorite pre-workout brand, go ahead and comment below. We'd love to know what you guys are using. If you've tried these Rise flavors, I know they have a ton of flavors, like they have Kool-Aid, they have some other stuff. I think they have more ring pop flavors. That one was really good. And yeah, thank you for watching. Back to you, Mark.
Thanks so much, Jocie, for sharing your experience. If you're brand new to pre-workout or you're considering trying some, I hope this video gave you a better idea of what to look for and maybe what to avoid, especially when it comes to some of the side effects or negative impacts of taking pre-workout, as well as some of the benefits and why you should include it. Now, as great as all those tips are, if you're really serious about starting a nutrition coaching business, the next thing I'm gonna have you do is check out this video I've linked up right here. Today, you watched Jocie take pre-workout for the first time. I'm no stranger to this stuff. In the video linked up right here, you're gonna watch me take 8 different pre-workout products over the course of the week. I didn't take them all in one day. It was over the course of the week. You're gonna learn more about how that went for me in this video right here. Check it out now, and I'll see you in the next video.